Good afternoon. Welcome to Jim Munley's Weather. Clicked on to long range weather forecast discussion for September 29th to October 11th. The pattern for September 29th to October 3rd. The pattern remains amplified. We have a ridge here over the Eastern Pacific. We have a trough here in the west, ridge here from the Western Atlantic, cover much of the Gulf of Mexico into Mexico with above normal heights in the east. An upper low in the northwest and a strong low-level easterly flow north of the surface low over the northern Central Rockies will support heavy precipitation over the northern Rockies through the weekend. And we initially have a system. Let me see if I can get to it. Okay, I'm going to show you here, but we have a system near Alaska that's forecast to dive southeastward, and you see what I'm talking about. Excuse me, I had a sneeze. Okay, we have a system here. Oops. That's shown by the GFS here that will dive into this area and that will produce an upslope northeast flow, which is an upslope flow bringing heavy precipitation to the northern Rockies. And you can see that right here, bringing it in the form of snow. Notice where the 540 line is here, but we still have snow and rain across this area, across this region. And we'll have heavy precipitation that will extend into the upper Mississippi Valley at the start of the next week. So then we'll go to Sunday. Here's the system here. Here's the European. Here's the GFS. And then we go forward into the motion. And you can see here's heavy snow here across this area, heavy rain. And then we look at the European. They're similar. Okay, and then the flow around the western side of Eastern Ridge aloft should bring heavy rainfall enhancing moisture from the tropical Eastern Pacific and Mexico into the southern plains, which should persist into the midweek. So we'll take a look at that. That's the European and GFS. See the heavy rainfall here. And here's that large high. Excuse me. And then the flow will ultimately contain some moisture associated with Tropical Storm Karen, as Karen itself is forecast to weaken slowly to a tropical depression and then a post-tropical remnant low in the coming days, and this will bring heavy precipitation. You can see it here to areas of the southeast. And we'll take a look at that. We'll take a look at Karen. Okay, we're going to take a look at Karen. Here's the system right here. Here's the southeast. No, that's not Karen. This is Karen right here. Hard to keep up with all the tropical systems. And then we'll go forward time. This is the GFS, European, as it's forecast to meander, probably looping around as it runs into this blocking ridge, and this flow will be stirred. The system will be stirred by the upper low here to the west and a ridge north of Karen, so run into this blocking high and kind of force it to a westward position. Hopefully it's in a much rate as the models are saying. Okay, we're going to look at the period now for October 2nd to the 6th. A region's forecast over the eastern Pacific, a trough in the west, and a ridge in the east. So the pattern remains pretty much unchanged. We go to the 6. Look at this. Everything's in good agreement. So for this forecast period, I'm forecasting below normal temperatures here. And I'm forecasting anomalies of 6 to 12 degrees below normal. Above normal temperatures forecast for this region here. And I'm forecasting of anomalies of 6 degrees or more possible. For precipitation, above normal precipitation forecast here. Probability of occurrence 35 to 40%. Below normal precipitation. Is this the right map? Yep. For the southeast, with the probability of occurrence is 40%. Now, we might be having a change coming in this period. This is for October 7th to the 11th. But the MJO is slow to shift into the Indian Ocean, which is more supportive of stronger cooling in the east if that happens. But we're expecting some cooling in the east, so we're going to go to the 7th. We still have our trough ridge configuration, but then as we go forward time, you see we have a trough here over the northeast. As in the model show. So they're not really going gung-ho on the cooling here. In the cool air, some of it still keep it warm with a zone of flow, but the pattern generally de-amplifies during this period. So for this forecast period, I'm calling for a little change since for yesterday's forecast. Calling for below normal temperatures here. And I'm forecasting anomalies of up to 12 degrees below normal, but that'd be more centered across this region here. And above normal temperatures forecast for this region, and anomalies of 2 to 4 degrees above normal or forecast. And for precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation from the Mississippi Valley to the Pacific Coast. Probability of occurrence is 35 to 45%. And talking about precipitation, as you know, some areas in the east are experiencing some dry weather, and you can see that all this area here is dry east of the Mississippi River. This S is short, means short term, and it only really started this month because you know we had a wet since last year, wet spring and summer and winter, and then spring and summer again. So we're far above for the year, but then for the month, I don't know if you can, how well you can see this. These are the departure for normals across areas. This is just one area I'm focusing on. And you can see here, this is New York City area, 2.85 degrees below normal, 1.52 inches below normal. Then this is out here further west. This is, I think, is Allentown, 2.46 below normal. Scranton, 2.57 below normal. Then you go forward out to the west, 2.2 inches below normal. And then I think this is Williamsport, or I forget what city this could be, but 2.09 inches below normal. We go down here, Philadelphia area, 1.65 below normal, 2.33 inches below normal. Here's another one down here, 2.97 inches below normal. So they're all below normal across this area here. So we hopefully we'll be getting some rain. Luckily, it's not the middle of summer, or we'll be in trouble with a drought. But be more, even though if it develops into a drought, it'll be even more critical since water demand usually goes up during that time. So we'll keep an eye on this. So that's the long-range weather forecast discussion for September 29th through October 11th. Thanks for coming to Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.